So now it just makes Kamala Harris seem so insignificant. This whole debate thing. It's like we have this debate thing. It's like
I love talking about God, but I'm down to talk about the debate.
The Fly.
man.
What do you want to do?
Let's talk about the Fly.
Let's talk about the Fly.
The Fly. The star of the show.
Yeah.
The Fly. So there's like a viral photo of Trump and Hillary, and they have flies on their faces too.
And Obama, yeah.
Yeah, and Obama.
It
There's
happens.
that video of Obama killing the fly with his bare hand too.
Jerk.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What a
I was
psycho
like,
killer.
That's pretty gross, actually.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, yeah, and I was like,
Someone
no.
should make a video where Kamala has like a lizard tongue.
Oh no, I actually have that meme on my phone.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Somebody sent it to me a couple hours ago.
Lizard people.
She's a lizard and her tongue.
Dude,
is
I
stuck to
love-
Pence's head.
Oh
I
my
love the
gosh.
lizard people conspiracy theory because it was based on the fact that internet video was bad. For real, like there were old videos on YouTube where they were like, look at this video, watch right here, and they would play it. Right there, you can see Hillary transform into a lizard, and it was artifacting when like the video quality just goes bad and like. And I'm
Glitches a
like,
little
dude,
bit,
you're
yeah.
watching a Flash video. It's the year is 2005. Calm down.
I have a theory on the lizard people.
They're actually lizards and they live underground.
Well, I think you're back in the day when humanity split and a bunch of people went north and to the tundra and they couldn't grow crops anymore, so they had to start hunting. And in order to hunt, they acted all lizard-like. And they started
talking about?
They had to like act like,
Dude,
like
there's-
wild, like
there's
crazy, bloodthirsty
There's
killers.
no evolution in the past 5,000 years
It must
that
have been
turned
before
humans
that,
into
though.
lizards.
And so they had to hunt all the time, and they hunted, and then they
Bro.
came back south, and they killed. And this is like the white people, basically.
No.
And so they're accessing their lizard brain to kill.
The
They have that
actual
killer
the
instinct.
actual conspiracy theory is that there was a super intelligent species of dinosaur that fled underground when the meteor hit the Earth.
Hollow Earth.
It's not hollow. They live in caves. And so they were very smart. So they started developing subterranean civilizations that have been around for millions of years longer than humanity. It's not a hollow Earth. It's just literally like underground. And so then, now that they're subterranean, they can't go. They're too light sensitive, so they can't leave underground. So they created the Denver airport, which was moved so they could have.
Yes.
That's the whole conspiracy.
This makes sense.
And then dude, it's just these stories are fascinating and fun, but just you'd wish for them to be true, just so life would be exciting. And that's what I think most of it is. Life is boring. It's routine. Donald Trump is president. I guess everyone's satisfied for the time being, and all these weird conspiracies have kind of gone away. But it's just not real.
The Iron Sky sequel is about the lizard people. Highly
Oh,
recommend
yeah?
it.
The lizard
Interesting.
people.
It's ridiculous.
What is that? Is that the one where the Nazis went to the moon?
Yeah, but this is a sequel, and the sequel is about the underground lizard people.
Oh,
and it's all
cool.
like the politicians and stuff.
Oh my
Sweet.
gosh, okay.
It's great.
I gotta look it up.
Now it just feels like we're going to talk about the debate, but now
Yeah.
it's just like
Let's talk about magnetics. That's the real magic
that's
in the
similar.
world.
talking about Mike Pence arguing with Kamala Harris seems so insignificant now.
Well, was-
I
talking about the
liked
lizard people.
The debate, though.
I
Let's
did
talk about the
too,
debate.
yeah,
Come
I
on.
did.
Who do you guys think won? Okay, obviously there's no
Pence.
winner or loser. You thought
There's a
Pence-
winner.
Oh, yeah,
I
there's a
loved
winner.
Pence.
Pence
I
won.
loved him. I thought he
Easily.
was great. He was normal. He was presidential. He was just like classic presidential debate. Like it was. I loved it.
Yeah.
Normalcy.
I have a question.
Yes.
Who told Hillary Clinton and Kamala Harris that the appropriate thing to do would be to smile widely and massive smile and laugh when asked serious questions?
Yeah, they're condescending, and they learned nothing from 2016. Obviously,
It's infuriating when someone's like, we had 380,000 people die due to the failures of the VA, and that was under Biden.
Oh my god.
It's like, stop. Oh,
someone tweeted at me that she was like an HR manager, and I was like, yeah,
yeah. Queen HR manager.
I think she hates Biden, man. I think that's why
Oh,
she's
dude,
laughing.
she hates
It's 'cause
Biden.
She hates him and hates what she's doing and
The-
like faking.
Look, the most important thing to know is that everything she said, if I was Pence and like someone was interviewing me and they were like, well, in your discussion, Kamala Harris said, X, Y, and Z, I'd say, well, as you know, it was a debate. And that means everything she said was completely irrelevant because
Yeah.
it was a debate.
Indeed.
It was a debate, and therefore, she doesn't mean anything she says.
Yeah, he's
Because
gotta
it was a
get more
debate.
memey.
Yeah.
I thought you were right when you said that at the end he was very nice when he responded to that girl.
it was so sincere. I loved it.
And then
Who? Wait, which girl?
The write-in question.
Oh, right,
from
right,
the
right.
Student, the 8th grader.
What was the name? What was her name?
I forget.
Breckenridge or something?
Yeah, but he remembered the name,
Berkman?
and he kept saying her name, and like it was very personal and it was very sincere and off the cuff. And then Kamala did hers, and she was just like, "Vote Biden." Ha.
Did you know that if you divide 2020 by 666, you get 30330?
We crunched the numbers. It's true.
That's what you tweet?
Someone super chatted that.
Oh, that's what you text to Joe Biden?
Yeah, it's like a text number.
Do you think it's all a magnetic
No,
superstructure?
no.
And it's all connected?
No, I refuse.
I think it is.
I just, I got to be honest, man. I think the debate was totally meaningless. It's like all these debates are people like, my guy won.
Mm-hmm.
I
No,
don't
my
know.
guy won.
I liked it, and I think that it was a nice contrast to, you have Trump, who's a madman and throwing red meat to his base and being fiery and funny, and then you had Pence, who is serious and classic, and it was like a timeless debate. Like, it was, he held himself well, he was polite, and I thought that it was a nice change of pace from the politics that we see, which is constantly mudslinging and just so aggressive.
I felt like we went into a time machine
Yeah.
back to like the 90s or the 2000s.
I found it comforting. It was
I
like
did too.
like a comfort
I
blanket.
felt that.
Kamala
Yeah,
Harris
I did.
Kamala Harris is not a return to normal.
No.
She is a intersectionality, racism, far left, all of these things. And Mike Pence is your boring old traditional conservative.
Yeah, but I think that a lot of people like seeing that.
I know,
mean, things
I
have
right.
gotten so crazy. We have a freaking plague and riots and all this insanity this year. And then you have Pence, who comes and he's very reassuring. He's very positive. His message was uplifting. And I think that's a nice thing for people to see.
I think people underestimate these politicos, how important showing strength is in terms of who gets elected.
Mm-hmm.
So for Mike Pence to be like, I'm not going to stop talking no matter who's yelling at me, and I'm just going to keep saying whatever I want and talk to the hand, it showed that Pence doesn't back down.
Yeah. But
And-
he did it in a way that was graceful, whereas Kamala was like, I'm speaking. And she's like,
Rehearsed.
like,
So scripted.
it was just so over the top aggressive. Like, she was trying to create a meme.
Mm-hmm.
She wanted to be
Yep.
like a
It was
viral
scripted.
moment.
It was totally planned. I'm
Yeah.
speaking.
Yeah.
I'm speaking.
Yeah. She wanted to be a GIF. Or
Right,
GIF,
right.
Whatever.
But this this is the problem. I think we need a mix of Trump and Pence.
Yeah. And I think,
Because I want someone who's going to be like, oh, you're speaking. Did your speechwriter, plan that one for you? Is this part of your bit? I can. Oh, what's that? Oh, someone made a meme already. Congratulations,
We need
Kamala.
Rick.
yeah.
Rick?
Of Rick and Morty.
Oh, Rick Sanchez.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Some quick wit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just sick of the fake, and I think Mike Pence brought normalcy back. He's calm, rational. He thanked, Kamala for her kind words on the president's health and congratulated her for, making it where she did and all that stuff. And it was very, very straight-laced, traditional American
Yeah, it was
politics.
classic.
Yeah.
But I just can't we get a little bit more, but not too much into Trump space. You know what I mean?
So, who I was thinking would have been perfect was somebody like Tulsi, because one of the things that I've thought for a really long time about her is that even though I disagree with a lot of her policies, I always thought that you would be able to sit down with her and talk to her about something that you disagreed with her on. And you would end up probably agreeing to disagree, but then she would take your opinion under advisement and be like, okay, I kind of see where you're coming
I
from.
love her.
I do too. I was like, I think that's a perfect type of
I want
person.
her and Massey to have a bipartisan ticket in 2024.
Ooh,
and
that'd be fun.
I will like quit my job to campaign for.
Ooh, that'd be awesome.
Not really, sorry.
You've
Mom.
talked a lot about Massey. What's his deal? I don't know much about him.
He's great. He's a almost like a Rand Paul kind of figure, except he's also pro WikiLeaks. Him and Tulsi have a bill in there right now condemning the arrest of Julian Assange. He's always speaking about like individual liberty. He came out and defended Kyle Rittenhouse, which was very bold.
Wow.
I think he's great. He's in my top 3 right now.
Yeah, he's
I
pretty sassy.
have a crazy idea for Trump.
Ooh.
You see that kind of like tirade he went on about indicting Obama and everything.
Negative.
He was being interviewed and he was like, "What's Bill Barr doing?" I'm like, "We've got all this evidence and all this information. Make some arrests." And Bill Barr's like, "No, we need more. It's going to be better. We got bigger fish to fry." Trump, just pardon Assange and Snowden. Just like, there you go. That'll piss him off.
I mean, I've been saying this for years, but who are his biggest enemies? The deep state and the fake news. If he wants to stick it to the fake news and to the deep state all at once, pardon Assange. There's nobody that the media hates more than a truth teller who brings the receipts and shows people actual documents. Nothing that he's said has ever had to be retracted or corrected. And he's been fighting the same people who tried to take Trump down. That's his entire.
I mean, I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying, like, Trump, if you're getting antsy and you're getting angry because you want karmic justice, we'll call it that, then pardon Assange and Snowden.
I have told people this for years too. If he pardons Julian Assange, I will go and get a Trump tattoo and live stream.
That would be so much fun. Now
I will live stream it.
That's the only one. I'm not saying I would, but I think
You're gonna
other
get a
people
Trump
would
tattoo
do.
with
No,
Yes.
Okay, look, hold on. This is what I can't understand. You've got the likes of, Glenn Greenwald and many other anti-war leftists who still refuse to acknowledge that Trump has given them some things.
Yeah.
So the Middle Eastern peace deals, withdrawing troops, it's like not good enough for any of these people. Glenn Greenwald, I think, crop dusts it. He gets close as possible to being like, this is pretty good of Trump, but he can't because The Intercept is still like Orange Man bad.
Yeah, he goes on Tucker and stuff though and has nice
For sure.
conversations.
I think the rest of his
good thing.
organization though is just TDS. Like these stupid articles that they're like, it's the same garbage you'll read in any one of these lefty publications. I think they should just go all in and be like, the establishment Democrats are awful, warmongers, imperialists, and the never Trumpers who joined them are the refugees of the former Republican Party that Trump took over.
That's the other thing Kamala did last night that drove me crazy. She was bragging about having all these Bushies backing her.
Oh yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah, we were like,
when I was on the left, if a candidate had said this stuff as like a bragging right, I would have been like, bye, I am done. I would have walked out the door and been like, all right, what's up, third party?
seriously.
I think it's possible Trump loses, but I think it's impossible that the establishment wins in 2024. Unless, of course, they ban everyone from YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter.
I think Buttigieg has a shot.
I don't
I don't
like
know.
him at all.
Me neither.
I immediately got bad vibes because Bill Kristol's new blog came out and like they were publishing tons of puff pieces about him, and I was like, oh god, he's a closet neocon. Like this is the only explanation for Bill Kristol's website to be going this hard for
it's because
any candidate.
The neocons in the establishment Republican Party ran with their tails between their legs when Trump took over, and it wasn't supposed to happen. And they banged on the door of the Democrats saying, you know us, we're friends. And the Democrats were like, oh, you poor things, come inside. And now they got all of them lined up, all aligned. I love it when they announced that, Joe Biden was getting endorsed by all these Republicans and like intelligence assets, intelligence agents. And I'm like, this is the greatest endorsement for Donald Trump I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like these people. Like, I don't understand how the activists left from 10 years ago were like, the FBI is, unconstitutional, the NSA warrantless wiretapping and all these awful things. And now they're like, woo, go FBI. Yeah. It's like, now I'll be fair. When it comes to the FBI arresting like these wingnuts and stuff, now I give praise where praise is due. I'm just saying, how can the left be so anti-intelligence agency and anti-government and now sing all the praises for all these people? And then they're like, but Trump is the government. It's like, Trump is one guy in the office of the president, and he's got every single one else against him. And these people have they're acting on pure raw emotion. They have nothing behind what their ideas actually are. And so, I don't know. What else can you do?
So basically, all the Bush, the warmongers, I don't know. Okay, so apparently there's a deep state and there's a shadow government, and they're two different things. I've been listening to this. Kevin Shipp, I think is his name. He's a CIA.
Shadow government?
Yeah, there's a thing called the shadow government and a thing called the CIA. And they're
The CIA?
not the CIA, the deep state.
I know about that one.
And one's an American thing, and then the other one's like a global organization.
I don't believe any of that.
Well, it's according to the CIA guy, and he's like, they're everywhere, they know everything, they do everything. If you wonder what's going on, it's this.
The deep state is just a reference to the fact that if like Bill Clinton appoints someone to run the FBI, that person stays in that job typically through multiple presidencies.
Right. They're unelected.
Yeah, they're unelected people working in government who have control and stay there. So I can't remember who it was, but it was actually one of the heads of these intelligence agencies says like, well, we don't call it the deep state, we just call it permanent government.
So Bush's deep state just basically was still there when Obama came in, and then they just got their tentacles into Obama, and then
Like Obama fired a ton of people and brought in, like loyalists and stuff. Yeah, I don't remember the exact number that he fired, but like no one cared. The media was like, "Oh, we don't care." Like all of the anti-war stuff stopped when Obama won because they were like, "That's it, pack it in, we won." We never cared in the first place, so
And they just kicked up their spying organ, like Clapper lying under oath.
I know.
Still to this day drives me nuts that he didn't get any pure impunity for that.
Do you see Trump retweet that meme of Chris Farley screaming, "For the love of God, arrest someone"?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, what can he do? He's relying on Bill Barr, but I'll tell you this: I really don't like the idea of an October surprise. Like if Bill Barr waits until the week before the election to launch like a wave of indictments, I'm gonna roll my eyes and be like, ugh.
I'll still be happy to see people indicted. I want to see some heads roll. I'm at that point.
Yeah.
I'm like, you guys want to cry? Let's give you something to cry about. I don't care who it is. Throw someone in jail.
For what specifically?
Anything. I just want to see. I want to see.
Hillary Clinton was caught with an ounce of pot.
Yes.
Straight to jail.
No, because we've had a bunch of Trump people getting screwed. They're going to jail. They're losing their houses. Flynn, Roger Stone, all these people. I don't care who it is. I want one of these people to be thrown in jail. I want them to throw away the key. I don't care if it's because they were speeding on the highway. Like I just want one of them thrown in jail so that we can say, "Haha, we got one of yours."
Oh yeah.
Don't care.
What did Hillary actually break the law? Do you know?
Oh, yes.
Laws that she broke?
Yeah.
I would like to see her on trial.
Well, hold on. She's very clever about how things went down, and so first let me just say, deleting the emails, of erasing public records, smashing cell phones and stuff, technically those were other people who did all that, and she feigns ignorance. So I think if there was a proper investigation of her, you'd be able to get her on tons of crimes. Yeah. That's my personal opinion. I mean, you look at what the Clinton Foundation, like all this money that was coming in, how is that allowed? Like I'm gonna be a Secretary of State, and I'm gonna launch a nonprofit that takes money from foreign governments. Like, I don't care what you do with the money. I don't care if you're using it to build houses for the homeless. Working in government while having a nonprofit that takes money from other governments is insane.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm kind of getting mixed feelings. Like, the French Revolution, they just started chopping people's heads off.
Yeah, storming the Bastille.
20 people a day.
Right.
They'd march them into the center of Paris and beat the drums, and it was like
My
terrifying.
favorite painting in the whole world is a woman outside the Bastille, and she's holding up a sword, and she's ready to cut some heads off.
my
Yeah,
God.
but we don't want any of that.
I don't want that.
No,
So-
I don't want it. I'm just saying that that was the one cool thing the French did. I'm not a fan of the French.
No, I don't think it was
invented
cool.
mayonnaise.
I love the
I
French.
understand the idea of overthrowing a tyrannical government, all this stuff. I would actually say the one cool thing is when the Americans said, "F your government, we got our own, do something about it," and then told them to F off and won. I don't like the French Revolution because the French Revolution was like random people, mob justice, running around chopping off random heads.
Yeah,
Not
kind of devolved
fun.
into that.
The American Revolution was
But they
straight
put
up
them
like.
on pikes and walked them through town. That's kind of cool.
Sorry.
Thanks for checking out this clip from the Timcast IRL podcast. We do the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. So come back to check us out when we go live. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and we are also available on all podcast platforms for free if you want to listen to us there. Thanks for hanging out, and we will see you all next time.